Heidi ho, good neighbors. All right, so project for the day. I want to work on this entire area. As you can see, you may notice there's a gap now here. I pulled the workstation out further, kept with the ADA so people can still get to the bathroom. Don't mind that rack. So people can still get to the bathroom and everything. Still got to get that all cleaned up. But to that degree, I want to turn that side, that little cubicle area, into where I can store my tools for working here at the shop. And then all of this, I need to prep and drain and drop and get out of the way. So I need to put all the goo away, clean up this whole area because I need to get to the exhaust insulation. Oh, fuck it. Anyways, I need to map it out, figure out what I'm doing, lay it all out, figure out what's going where, not just like higgledy-piggledy it like I sometimes will do. I don't want it to look a mess, and I might have the guy who's been helping us woodwork just pre-cut the board I need if I can map it out, because I don't have a lot of tools and room to do that. I do have access to those tools and I have the abilities to do it, but sometimes it's just easier to farm out the work so that I can get other things done instead of fighting with trying to get one project done, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna maybe montage it or time lapse it or something about cleaning all this up. But as you can see, I've already started doing some reorganizing and all that. All right, get to it. I think the next part will be moving the 3D printer, figuring out where the fan's gonna go, the whole 9 yards. All right. So let's take a look at what we're working with here. So we've got power everywhere here. Sorry. Half of it goes all the way down there, and then we have some that goes all the way underneath. So what we're going to do is probably tap into this one here and set up a second box. There's an open line here. So what I'm thinking about doing is powering a fan, an inline fan, and mounting it here. Let me turn off these lights, see if that works. Is that better? Cool. All right, do you see this gap right here? And this one right here. Oh, you don't see that one the other way. So these two gaps right here. I'm thinking I'm gonna mount. You know what? Let me get the fan down real quick. Might as well get the pieces down from up there. All right, in this fun little box we have down here. Bunch of goodies that I thought would be needed for this project. The biggest one is our fan. The One Direction is basically on and go, so I might be getting a inline speed control unit just so that we can control how much is being pulled out at any one time. 120 volt, 60 hertz motor. It did say the CFM, so what are we at here? It's 160 CFMs. This is from your generic big box store. So we've got tubing and piping and everything. I've done some of the math for the distance that we're going to be pushing this air. We don't need a lot. We just need negative pressure. So the idea is going to be have the fan something like this. And, you know, actually, let's see what it does. Have to be kind of Johnny on the spot with unplugging and plugging it in. Should be nifty arrow. Tells you the direction of the airflow. So here we go. Okay, I can already tell you, not even up to full speed, this is going to be a bit of air. Oh yeah, yeah, that's more than enough, I think. So the idea is to mount it here, because I want to box off all of this. We have a curtaining coming in that's being made that has metal in it so that we can mag strip it down to the base so it stays down. I think with everything that we have, I think our best bet is something along these lines, where we go from this to this, mount that in there, and then this goes from diameter to diameter, funnel. Go like that, mount that up. Run all of this. Let's pick this up. Run all of this. We have 2 lengths of this connector point. Another splice. So we can splice it. So this sits here. But the thing is, I would like something here. Cover this. This is for the outside. This is to go, we have a pass through up in the ceiling. I'm gonna lay this flat against that grate and then tape it down so it blows outside. Right now my biggest problem, I think, turn this back on. I think my biggest problem is going to be the flow. I don't know if it's going to be enough to actually do what I need it to do, because I could, got the hole saw size that we need. Place the hole there. Push that all the way through so that this sits here. After consulting the oracles, I think we have a semi-solid idea of what we're doing. All right, so other things I noticed I want to get done before we call this job final. There's a bunch of paint that was getting painted around while the 3D printers were sitting here. The electrician in me does not want to paint over this, but I'm going to. Then I think I'm going to add another box at the end, because my tool area is going to need a place to plug in the power tools and that kind of stuff. I just get tired of shuffling my tools around, and I'm only using one small my electrical box. My box I had isn't a journeyman electrician. It just moved around with me on the website. So I want to paint this table. I want to paint it all black. I'm painting this all black. Touch up on the red. Get the piece of bit that was pushed up with the table painted. Just get it all prepped. Get everything we need to get done prepped. So probably gonna get the last of this stuff out of here too. Just get it up over there. Just get it all painted and prepped. Right, so next I'm gonna scrape off some stickers I see. I'm gonna wipe it all down, get all the dust up, paint this black, touch up the red over here. Okay. thinking I need to clear up tool area also and paint that black too, just to keep it the same all the way through. So I'm gonna have to clean that up. Anyways, this is probably gonna be a 2-day adventure here. Looking pretty good. Oof, dried up pretty quickly too. I'm probably gonna do another coat, but I have to work up front now to do my real job, so probably won't be able to finish off today. Ugh. It's gonna look great. It definitely wants another coat though. Wood is thirsty. It'll make it look better. So, get another coat down. Probably might do that off camera in between trying to work the front of the counter. But moving on to the next part, you'll probably see this cut 4 days from now when I finally get to this other part.